Hi folks, thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Greg and this is All About Candles. I'm your Canadian candle connoisseur and today I have a Bath & Body Works candle review for you. This one is Coconut Sandalwood. I was not a huge fan of these black and white jars. This was like one of the first spring launches of candles, and they had a bunch of sort of fresh and fruity candles that had colored jars that looked like this, and then they had a bunch of gourmand candles like mahogany vanilla, wildberry jam donut, or an almond croissant that all came out in this black and white packaging. And I don't love the packaging. But when I was in the store and I smelt it, I enjoyed it. And I love coconut and I love sandalwood. And so this seemed like a no-brainer for me. This candle's been around for a while, but we pretty much always have it now. I feel like from spring till the end of summer, coconut sandalwood is like on the floor at BBW. And the scent notes are coconut palms, luxurious sandalwood, and warm musk. The coconut is there, coconut palms. That makes sense because it's not like a really fresh, juicy coconut. This is a very, very dry candle. It's a very dry, almost sandy sort of smelling candle. And when I smelled it in the store, I liked it enough to buy it because I wanted to see what it would be like when it was burning. Hopefully it would warm up and open up a little bit. Unfortunately, it didn't really. It's a really sort of flat and a little bit lifeless sandalwood note. Like I said, it's very dry, kind of sandy. We've got some warm musk in there, but I'm not getting a top, a mid, or a base. I'm just getting one flat, sandy, dusty sandalwood note with a little coconut thrown in there. And when I was burning it, it didn't open up the way that I was hoping it would. It was a very medium to baseline sort of one-track experience. And I ended up getting a little bit sick of it by the time I got to the bottom of the candle. Because, of course, go figure, this is one of the best performing Bath & Body Works candles that I've burned in a long time. Like, I can't even think off the top of my head other candles that burn this well. As you can see, this candle had the thin curling wicks. The thin curling wicks don't get used very often, and I'd be interested to know why, because this burned so beautifully. It burned all the way down to the wick nickels, and it extinguished itself when it was finished, which is always so satisfying. But unfortunately, it just wasn't a fragrance that I was in love with. Why can't all candles perform this well? Like, I felt like I could let it burn a little bit over the 3-hour max, but at the same time, if I just wanted to light it for an hour, it would be pooled out, ready to go. In fact, as soon as you lit it, before it even pooled out properly, you could smell it. And so I'm gonna say that this out of 10, strength and throw was a solid 7.5. A 7 to 7.5. It was around there. It didn't quite get to 8, but it was a strong 7 at least. And it was consistently there, you know, like every time I lit it, no matter how long I lit it for, it was that note at a 7 consistently. So I have absolutely no complaints about the performance. If you smell this in the store and you really like it and it is for you, I would really recommend picking one up because it just burned so beautifully. It kind of blew my socks off. I feel like I have had really good luck with the Bath & Body Works candles I've been burning lately. You know, I've kind of stopped buying BBW candles that smell faint in the store. No matter how much I love them, if they smell so faint that I don't even think I'll get scent out of it by crocking it or lamping it, I'm a hard pass now. But this one, I could tell in the store that it was gonna burn well, and even the way that it extinguished itself, there's like no wax left here. The whole jar, it still smells like it. The fragrance is still there, and I just wish that I liked it more because it was such a good burning candle. But that's just the way that it goes sometimes. You know what I mean? Nothing can ever be a 10 out of 10. I don't remember the last time I had a candle that like burned beautifully and was like an 8.5 for strength and throw. I don't remember the last time that happened. It just seems like, I don't know. I don't let me stop bitching and moaning and whining. Like, these are candles. Like, we're not frying the big fish here at All About Candles. We fry the small fish. And yeah, it's just a shame that upon burning, this fragrance didn't open up a little bit more. I think that they could have balanced. I don't hate the sandalwood note that they used. The problem is that it just wasn't balanced. I think that if they had tried a fresher, a fruitier coconut note, that could have balanced off the sandalwood a little bit more instead of just getting like a one level sort of fragrancy experience. It's a little disappointing. I will not be repurchasing this one, but if this is a scent that you really like, I highly recommend it because it burned like a dream. And yeah, that's the end of that story. Thank you so much for joining me today here at All About Candles. If you could hit me up with a like, a subscribe, a comment, that would really make my dreams come true. I'll talk to you next time. Bye, folks. Thanks.